Yo, what's up, Snipe? Give me a sec, brother. I'm gonna wait for, just so that way I'm not explaining it, 10 times. Give it a second, wait for some people to come in. Dude, this is fucking crazy, man. This is the first time. Oops. Hold on. Yo, hold on one sec, boys. Alright. Yeah, man. So, I come out and get in my car, and I'll show you guys as soon as I get on the main road here. So I went to go get in my car, and I went to go start the car. Car started fine, but the keys came out, and I was like, what? But the car stayed on. Now, it's never done that. Ever has it done that, right? So I look at it, and maybe when we get to my son's work, I'll come out and I'll show you guys. But basically, it looks like they took a screwdriver and tried to start it. So now my key just I can literally pull my key in and out. All right, hold on. We're almost to the road. All right, so my keys, right? Never fucking done that. Hold on. Give me a sec. Now, sorry boys, hold on. I'm trying to get out of my neighborhood real quick. Alright, so I don't know if you guys could see, but that did not look like that fucking a little while ago. Fuck, now I can't find my keys. So anyway, my neighbor has cameras, so I'm gonna have her pull them up. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's the first time I've ever had a serious issue, you know what I mean, in my neighborhood. But that's a pretty big one, right? And to me, that just means that they're probably gonna try to come back, you know what I mean? So I don't know. We ain't calling the police either, because I mean, what the fuck's that gonna do, right? But maybe set a trap, you know what I mean? Fucking, I'll sleep in my living room tonight, or I'll stay awake, or, have a fucking bat ready to come out the door. Alright, so do I have a glow ring? I don't think so. Yo, why would anyone want your POS car? First off, random fuck off, alright? This car is 20 some years old, and the only reason it runs the way it does is because some asshole cut the Cadillac converter off. Outside of that, this car runs great, alright? Second off, people aren't stealing newer cars. You know what I mean? There's too many security features for them to do it. So the older cars are, you know what I mean? They're the fucking prime. Yo, man comes in, calls my car. Listen, only I can call my car a piece of shit, alright? Yo. Yeah, bro. This car was my grandfather bought it when it was brand new. So he bought it in 2002. My mother got it when my grandfather passed away because, you know, at the time it was a 4-year-old car. So it was still, you know, still a decent car. And then my mother had it for years. And the only thing she ever really did was drive to and from work, which was like 2 miles. But the fact that these cocksuckers came in, and it had to have been a screwdriver that they wedged in my ignition. The only thing that I am grateful for is that they didn't fuck it up like major. Like my key being able to fall in and out, whatever, right? But I think now it's, I don't want them to come back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to come back and think like, oh, we almost had it. Like, I'm gonna get that bitch. So, I'd love to have a car, period. Yeah, bro, look. So, for those of you that have been around the channel for a while, you guys remember, a couple years ago, so Brittany and I bought a brand new Nissan Murano. At the time, it was like a 2020 Nissan Murano. The only reason that we got rid of that was because, you know, shit happened, right? Personal shit. I got cancer last year, whatever. So then we went back to just this. So this used to be like our kind of sidecar. To be 100% honest, we were going to give it to my oldest son. You know, he's got his learners now. Like, we were going to fix it up, give it to him. He'd have his own car, but I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, man, this is like the first like big deal in my neighborhood. These fucking cocksuckers tried to steal my car, man. Yo, look, my fucking keys fall out of the ignition now. Oh, shit. Alright, so anyway, that's kind of where we're at, boys. So, yeah, I came out to go get my son from work. So this had to have happened within the last, like, 4 hours. Because when I took my son to work, the car, it was fine. Keys didn't do this. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's definitely frustrating. Like I said, I mean, the fact that I'm able to start the car, I'm grateful for, but the fact that fucking they did it, I feel like it's like an attack, you know? So I feel like I need to be ready to go in case, you know, like let's say my old lady comes out, you know, to leave for work at 1 a.m., you know what I mean? And this cocksucker's sitting out there either, you know, in like mid-process of stealing the car, or let's say he sees her and he goes, well, fuck, I can just go get that bitch now, you know what I mean? So now I feel like I gotta raise my guard a little bit, and I don't know, it is what it is. So chat, I apologize for the darkness. We are going over the bridge, this bridge right here. Connects, it runs parallel to 95 for those of you that are familiar with the area, but yeah, when I cross this bridge, I'm technically in another county. Yo, my bad. I'm keeping an eye out for 5-0. These cocksuckers, they like to hang out right on the other side of this bridge. So as you're coming over, you know, you're fucking cruising, and they get you. But yeah, anyway, man. So now I gotta be nervous. So we had cameras, right? So we have cameras that are still up. It's just I stopped. They got messed up, right? They were through Xfinity, and when I called Xfinity to come out and replace them, they said that because they were paid off, that they were technically like my property or something, and I had to buy new equipment or something. And I was like, well, fuck you, like, nah, I ain't doing that, you know what I mean? So but nah, we're gonna have to fucking get some cameras again, because I'm not playing that shit, man. If I see who it is, hypothetically speaking, right? I never claim to be like a badass, or like I'm not really even like much of a violent person, right? But if I look at the camera footage from my neighbor, and let's say she shows me, and I see somebody that like I recognize, we're gonna do a live stream, but it's gonna be, and this is on my children, chat, on my children. If I look at the camera and I recognize whoever it is as like a neighborhood dude, we're gonna go live, and I'm gonna kick in their door, and we'll fucking see how it goes. And I promise you, that's not talk. On my children, that is not talk. I don't know, man. I hate when people fuck with my shit. You know what I mean? Just I feel. I don't know. I feel like somebody's like calling me a bitch, or I feel disrespected. You know what I mean? Take all court papers, registration, car. Yeah, for sure. Yo, what up, Brent? Yeah, man. Look, bro. I don't. You know. There's a handful of times, you know. I don't know, whatever. Again, I don't claim to, you know, be some badass or nothing. I just, you know, if somebody disrespects me or something, then, you know, that's different. Now, on the positive, okay? Because there is one positive out of this situation. So when I do deliveries, because this is an older car, when I do my DoorDash, I constantly leave my car running, right? I never really want to shut it off, because it's an older car, you know what I mean? The last thing you want to do is keep turning it off, turn it back on, turn it back off. So I usually leave it running, you know what I mean? But obviously there's a fear that somebody could steal my shit. Well, now I can fucking get out, the car's still running, and I can fucking lock my door, you know what I mean? So, you know, not 100% bad, but yo, boys, so as I'm turning here to go pick my son up, this is also where the casino is. The same casino that I hit for $5,600 last year, or 2 years ago. Privacy is nothing to mess with. That dude, listen, you know me. I mean, you know, I'm not really a violent guy. I don't really talk violence. I'm not one of those, like, you know, oh, I'd fuck that person up. Like, you don't hear me say that. Never. But, you know, you do something to my family, friends, whatever, obviously that goes without saying. But you do something to, like, my property, you know, like my fucking you know, my space, oh shit, wrong one. My area, what belongs to me or my family, you know what I mean? I feel invaded. It'd be like, you know, you run into the grocery store and coming back and finding out fucking, you know, somebody came up in your house, you know what I mean? You're just like, fuck, man. So yeah, that's how I feel. To be 100% honest, I would have went over my neighbor's house instead of just texting her and asked her to look up camera right then and there. But because I had to go pick my son up from work, you know what I mean? You know, I wanted to be here. You know, I don't want him to get out of work and fucking dad's, you know, not here. So, yo, what's up, bro? Take pictures, document, not worth the trouble, I promise. Brother, appreciate you stopping by streaming. Yeah, no, like, this isn't some vendetta thing. The odds are, I won't find out who did it, but my neighbor does have cameras. So, I mean, I don't know. I see me, like, getting a video. I just don't know if it's going to be, like, where I look at it and I go, oh, yeah, I've seen that dude down here. Like, but, yeah, it is what it is. To be 100% honest, I just don't want him stealing either A, coming back and stealing it, or, like, B, like, I don't want some turd like that living in my neighborhood, you know? Some asshole that wants to run around here. So, chat, I'm about to be sitting here, I think, for a second. Yo, what time is it? My son gets out of work at 9:20 p.m. Alright, I'll show you guys real quick. Yo, Stefan, what's up, dude? Bro, this is my personal car, man. I'm only out right now. I had to come get my son from work. But let me show you guys, for those that just joined. It's 9:12. Alright, he gets off in 8 minutes. So, hold on. Yeah, I came out, and my key has never been able to do that. Right? And then when you look at it, man, it looks like something was jammed in there trying to get it to start. So, my key, I just drove this thing a few hours ago. And, yeah, there wasn't any problems, you know what I mean? So the fact that there's, you know, this problem now, it sucks. Very unfortunate. I'm grateful that they didn't, like, fuck up the whole ignition. You know, this thing could have been undrivable, right? So, I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like, it takes a lot to get me, you know, like, to the point where, you know, I want to go and strangle somebody, but, you know, break it in my car, you know what I mean? Trying to steal my shit. I haven't even looked, like, in my trunk or whatever. Actually, I should do that now. You know, they probably fucked you. I don't know how much time they had. Because, to be honest, I got back earlier, so I mean, I think if they tried to do this, it had to have been within the last couple hours. Nah, everything's still here. Go chat real quick. So this is where my son works. The water park, Great Wolf Lodge. Yeah, it's got like tubes coming out of the building. Guys like us came from nothing and acquired some shit, so when people fuck with it, yeah, exactly. It's best way to put it. You know, I don't have a lot, man, but what I have, what my family has, you know what I mean? Like, that's ours. Dude, we had to somebody stole, it was something stupid, like a toy that Stella had left outside, right? And like that, I was like, baby, listen, that was like a lesson learned, right? But I was still pissed off about that. I questioned the neighbor, like the kids next door, like, hey, did you guys see anything? You know what I mean? Like, I still felt some type of way. But yeah, it's fucking unfortunate. Your boy, he's gonna be working the Masters again. Helping go more up in this pitch. Let's go, bro. Good shit, dude. Good shit. Yeah, yo, cool thing, side perk of my son working here. He gets 6 free passes to the water park um, a month. So one weekend a month, like, we can all come up here and go swimming. You know what I mean? Kids will love it. We could bring, like, our niece or somebody. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be a really good time. Yeah, Pam. Look here. I mean, I'll talk to you more about it, but so I came out, and you see that hole? Somebody took a screwdriver and tried to take the car. I mean, what other reason would they have to stick a screwdriver in my ignition? You know what I mean? So, did I hear James Vanderbeek? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, I mean, obviously I know the dude, like, that wasn't, like, Dawson's Creek wasn't, like, I never watched it, but, it was during my era. So, yeah, definitely knew the guy. Sucks, man. He's like 43 years old or 46. Yeah. Alright, my bad. Yeah, right now we're just waiting on my kid to get off work and take him on home, you know. What time is it? Yeah, he gets off in 2 minutes. Yo, Intensify, did you win the Super Bowl? Yo, it was right in front of my house, brother. Right in front. Bro, I'm not even bullshitting you. You know what I'm like half tempted to do? I mean, it'll take some fucking commitment on my part, but um, I'll clear out the back seat and I'll fucking like I'll lay in the back seat until Brittany goes to work. You know what I mean? And then when Brittany goes to work, I'll fucking switch and go in the house. Because how dope would that be to see this cocksucker come back tonight and like try to get in? You know what I mean? Yeah, it pisses me off though. Like right now, I knew I had to come get my kid, so that was my focus, was just getting here. But once I get home, I'm gonna like really figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do. Yeah, yo, what's up, affiliated? Yeah, man. I mean, possibly, for sure. Yeah, I mean that's a possibility, but I mean, I want to be sure. You know what I mean? I want to be sure. Imagine fucking somebody opens my door, sits in the driver's seat, messing with the car, and I pop up like the fucking Undertaker in the back seat and fucking strangle him. Yeah, it just changes things. That's all. I think that's the biggest problem I have is it changes everything. So far in the 5 years I've lived in my neighborhood, um, we've had no problems. Like, I really can't think of anything. Maybe the wife could, but yeah, we've had no problems in 5 years that we've lived there. You know what I mean? So the fact that now we do, it's like, well, fuck. You know? Yeah. Yeah, me too, me too. I mean, my neighbor has cameras, you know what I mean? So if she can look it up, then, I think we'll be good. But yeah, I don't know. I might hit my other neighbor up on the other side too. You won the Super Bowl. Let's go. Yeah, I think I might hit my other neighbor up too and see see if he saw anything. But I don't know. Like I said, man, at least they didn't fuck up the ignition, you know what I mean? So sorry, I'm waiting for my son to come out this door. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's crazy. Fucking, if one of my neighbors hit me up and asked me, bro, I'd fucking probably just toss them the keys. Yo, boys. Hey, boys. Yeah, I'll hit you guys up, man. I'm gonna call my son real quick and find out what's taking him. But yeah, man. Appreciate you guys hanging out. It is what it is. But yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. All right, boys.